The Coinceras channel is pleased to have you back. There is a lot of ground to cover in terms of rules and regulations, you guys. We all know that crypto assets and technology will inevitably be able to plug and play into the existing system when we talk about their acceptance. Returning to the month of March, we witnessed the emergence of BlackRock, which stoked interest in cryptocurrency and the narrative that this technology is going to play a significant role in the established system. Here we have Eleanor Turitnu, BlackRock's head of digital assets, responding to a question regarding the future of Bitcoin on Wall Street in 10 years. What BlackRock effectively confirmed was Robert Mitnick's prediction that, in time, the best of both the old and new financial systems will be integrated into a single infrastructure system. Additionally, we provide this area specifically for our clientele. First and foremost, Bitcoin, second, Ethereum, and third, absolutely nothing else. Things are about to change now. When we discussed clients, this is where they truly enjoy it, isn't it? Are BlackRock clients even considering altcoins? These ancient coins are so obscure that many people have no idea what they are. I can guarantee you that everybody I tell about HBAR will ask, what the fuck is that? They are clueless. They are unaware of XRP. None of them are familiar with X, LM, Q, or T. Every time the topic of cryptocurrency comes up, their knowledge is limited to Bitcoin and Ethereum, since these are the two most prominent projects in the field. Thus, naturally, that is their level of knowledge. He did note that the cryptocurrency community would be interested in seeing more crypto offerings from BlackRock, but it isn't their current priority. We are aware that their main focus is tokenization, but it is not the only reason I made this statement. I mentioned before that, as head of digital assets at BlackRock, we are making efforts to adapt to these new technologies. The biggest asset management firm in the world is also very positive on tokenization, so keep an eye on the initiatives leading the charge in this emerging digitalization revolution. The door to a new era of finance has already opened. There are several promising chances in this field. I have already highlighted XLM, XDC, HBAR, XRP. At this moment, it may appear otherwise. I really believe that this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance, and it will likely be the only one of its kind for the next 50 to 100 years or more. Am I correct? I've already discussed it with you. This is the main reason I brought up these projects on my channel, therefore you should listen. Is it true that I'm looking forward to XRP temporarily moving sideways? Yeah, I'm not. Even though you may not want to acknowledge it, XRP already has a significant portion of the future locked up in it, and I would love to see it pumped up. The fact that XRP is there and deserving of its seat at the table is something I've already discussed. If you want to be a part of a free Discord with over 2,900 members and tons of great insights dropped in every single day, all day, every day about crypto, free gems, and free trading strategies, then you guys should join this Discord right now. The market is heating up, so now is the best time to be a part of it. Below the description, you'll find a free Discord link in case any of you guys are interested in joining. Typical place, the comments section. Do not delay any longer, enroll today. However, at the moment, retail success or failure is determined by pricing action. Also, the market movement isn't quite there yet. So many of you are choosing to ignore it, although it really needs your attention. In any case, isn't that true? I went so far as to state my belief that the market is beginning to transition from a very speculative phase into a considerably more established one following the Bitcoin ETF's success. Just for a second, let's broach the subject. Bitcoin spot ETFs were recently brought up by Jay Clayton. It seems that Bitcoin is safe now, despite Elizabeth Warren and Jamie Dimon stating the opposite, which is puzzling. because there was far too much washing, trading and unlawful use of Bitcoin during his last stint at the SEC to have an ETF. That money will flow into the ETFs is not their most important feature. Traditional banking behemoths in the cryptocurrency industry are allegedly smothering Bitcoin for the first time ever. The element ether. So, what do you see coming up? No matter what the leaders decide, this will undoubtedly deviate from the initial concept of Bitcoin and crypto. This is the year that institutions start taking crypto seriously in terms of regulation and centralization, according to the space, particularly Ripple. At the moment, I'm extremely focused on this. The United States is joining other major countries in advancing crypto-related legislation. For example, the United Arab Emirates, the United Kingdom, Hong Kong, Japan, and Europe are all focusing on the FITS Act. You guys, these are major changes. Cryptocurrency has evolved from an immature and speculative asset class into a more established one. In this very article, I warned that ignoring the fundamentals in favor of worrying about the short-term performance of exchange-traded funds ETFs would be a poor choice. After all, ETFs are nothing more than a welcome mat for the retail trade of digital assets, and we just saw Larry Fink and other traditionalist media figures portray tokenization as the greatest technological innovation ever. We are beginning to witness a deluge of institutional and enterprise players entering the market, as I wrote on the giants already tapping in on many fronts surrounding this, such as Dara with Aberdeen or Outstanding with Franklin Templeton, to name just a few. Publications from renowned figures, such as Citi, are discussing the factors that will drive widespread adoption of cryptocurrency. These individuals are well informed about the developments that the crypto industry may expect in the coming years. The internet will be dwarfed by this. Plus, it will be the most groundbreaking invention ever. I completely ignored the fact that this will be accelerated much further by the coming together of blockchain and AI. Crypto institutions are seeing this market as a fertile ground for extraordinary innovation and wealth creation, and ETFs are only the tip of the iceberg when it comes to what's to come. In the retail industry, positioning is king, and positioning before it's truly too late is paramount. Right now, I'm not concerned with cost. Furthermore, I am not concerned with the events of the next week or month. My focus is on the far future. In the next, 10 years or so, this will be our best chance at anything. In order to not squander it, who knows how many years it will be. Let me be clear, I am still very much concerned about the near-term movement of prices as they pertain to the bags from which I am reaping substantial profits. Even XRP, which is a cryptocurrency, will be profited by me. However, a large chunk of the bag will remain in my possession for the foreseeable future. However, aside from this, I have lately discussed the 2 documents and accelerators that were sent to various European locations in exchange for payments, beginning on May 18th. The original publication year of this post was 2022 on Ripple. The most recent revision was made in May of 2024. Why? Because major debates about MiCA have just begun. I went so far as to say that the very definition of digital assets is about to shift as the world's central banks and other supporting organizations seek ways to control and capitalize on next-generation technology. Now that laws are in the spotlight, these major players, these utility behemoths, will shine. When MiCA launches at the year's end, it will completely alter the playing field. Significant legislation is presently being proposed and passed in the United States. It will be inevitable that laws will be implemented for this entire space at some point. I understand that our initial plan was to work with the FSB by the end of 2025, but keep in mind that laws can be streamlined or introduced at any point in time in this market. Am I allowed to say this now? I went so far as to say that you should be paying attention to transparently compliant businesses in the cryptocurrency field as the global crypto regulations get near. Looking at these two documents from Ripple, we can see that they cover two important aspects of their compliance efforts. Ripple builds solutions that provide greater visibility and control over cross-border settlement, which is interesting because they're talking about banks specifically. They also understand the critical importance of compliance and risk management to your bank. Along with anti-money laundering, controls, fraud detection, sanctions, screening, and regulatory reporting, Ripple also enables smooth interaction with your bank's current systems and operations. This is a firm that was embroiled in a legal dispute with the SEC, you guys. They follow all the rules, even while dealing with customers. Your bank may take advantage of real-time settlement and still meet compliance standards with the help of Ripple. Although individual financial institutions are still liable for the compliance procedures they use when incorporating Ripple. With Ripple, your bank may cut operational costs, improve pre-transaction communication, and lessen operational risk and administration expenses. Here we shall examine the transmission of messages, the payments themselves, and the immediate settlement in more detail. Additionally, we can observe that Ripple enhances the effectiveness of communications between transmitting and receiving banks down here. Prior to the transfer of funds, the two institutions can verify the necessary payment details, including the customer's identification and risk profile, fees, currency rates, and expected delivery time, through pre-transaction communication on Ripple. A major game changer is this capacity, which lets banks know if a payment will execute or not. This eliminates the need to refund unsuccessful payments. Here we also handle liquidity management and ensuring compliance with related requirements. As a result, liquidity and compliance standards are becoming more stringent for banks. In order to make today's infrastructure more stable, these standards reduce the inherent risk to when it comes to financial systems. Ripple mitigates systemic risk in three main ways by offering a contemporary infrastructure for cross-currency settlement. First, there is no longer any need for counterparties or settlement risk because banks deal directly with each other. If banks don't want to rely on just one foreign exchange provider, they can take advantage of a competitive industry. Additionally, banks can interact in real time via Ripple, which eliminates the risk of correspondent banking, confirms delivery with full confidence, and helps them discover and resolve payment risk before execution. Ripple helps financial institutions cut costs in areas like risk management and operating expenses. For this reason, it seems like Ripple is well prepared for the arrival of regulations. Additionally, keep in mind that XRP has also been cleared. By itself, XRP is not a security, according to court rulings. Well, that concludes our video. As always, I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe and leave a comment with your opinions. Farewell, I will be seeing you shortly.